Hello everybody, this is Jeff at etrailer.com. Today we're going to take a look at this Curt Air Ride fifth wheel pin box for the Fabix 730 or the RBW 7019 pin boxes. This has a 21,000 pound gross towing weight capacity. Now this pin box will let you enjoy nice, smooth, stable towing with your fifth wheel trailer by replacing your ordinary pin box with this Air Ride equipped model pin box. Now this Curt Air Ride pin box, which was formerly the Lippert Trailair pin box, but due to Lippert buying Curt, it'll now sport the Curt branding you can see on the side here. So there's been no changes made to the pin box, just a different name on it. Now it does use an internal airbag down here and this built-in shock to help reduce chucking and absorb road shock for a lot smoother ride as you tow your trailer. The Air Ride pin box will replace the standard pin box that's on your fifth wheel trailer to cushion your ride, improve your handling, and even limit strain on the truck and the trailer. It does minimize chucking, eliminates bounce and jarring. And this Curt Air Ride pin box, as we mentioned, will install in place of the Fabix 730 pin box or the RBW 7019 fifth wheel pin box that's on your fifth wheel. Now I want to zoom in, we mentioned the airbag. So if you look right down here, there's an internal airbag that'll absorb road shock. And the way that operates, if you notice, there's a pivot point right here. So these two parts will actually give you a scissor-like motion, and that allows that pin box to compress, compensating for any jarring or bouncing. And then the shock absorber right here on the end, this built-in shock absorber ensures that the pin box will rebound and it keeps the airbag from breaking down. Now when you go to inflate your airbag, you want to inflate it with enough air to raise the pin box to the ride height mark. That will be right here on the front of the shock absorber. So if you look closely on the shock right up here, it'll say inflate to this height. You just want to make sure it's inflated to that height. Now the minimum pressure in the airbag is 45 psi. So what you want to do is go up at the top here, take off your valve cap, and you have a standard Schrader valve here that you can hook your air hose to. And once you start filling it up, the starting pressure should be around 80 to 90 psi, and then you just keep increasing it until you get to that ride height mark we mentioned. You do want to make sure not to exceed 120 psi. So when you're filling, you should be stopping when you're filling it up with either reaching the ride height mark we mentioned or the 120 psi, whichever comes first. This is a nice sturdy steel construction, has a nice black powder coat finish over it to provide rust resistance. Now the kingpin, right down here, this kingpin, it's a standard kingpin. It'll connect to any standard fifth wheel trailer hitch. And this Air Ride pin box does use the same bolts that hold on your original pin box, so there's no additional hardware required. Plus, it'll come right out of the box just like this, all ready to be put on your trailer. There's no assembly required. Now one note I do want to mention about this is because it comes this way, this is quite heavy, probably a little over 180 pounds. So we do recommend that you have a friend nearby to help you support its weight during installation. A few specs on this, the weight capacity again is 21,000 pounds. But that should do it for the review on this Curt Air Ride fifth wheel pin box for the Fabix 730 pin box, the RBW 7019 pin boxes. And this again has a 21,000 pound gross towing weight capacity.